Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Jaya Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Shodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajagarya Stottra Sada Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vinde Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajagarya Stottra Sada Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Taigor Premanande All glorious assembled devotees All glorious assembled devotees All glories, Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahe Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistake Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 54. Text we are covering from 56 to 58. Okay. So first we will chant text 56. So what words? Sa Vrishni Pururi Uttambhendreya Ketubhir Vichitrai Malyambara Ratna Tarayorhi Baudhu Priti Dwarai Upakalpata Mangalair Apurna Kambu Guru Dupa Deepakaha Savishnir Purir Uttambhendreya Ketubhir Vichitra Malambara Ratna Tarorahim Babuhu Pati Dwarai Upakalpita Mangalair Apurna Kambu Guru Kambha Guru Dupadipikai. Okay. Savrishni Purur Uttam Bhandre Kaitubhir Vichintra Malambara Ratna Teorohi Babuhu Pratidwarai Upakalpita Mangalair Uparnata Kambu Guru Dupadipakai Savrishni Purir Uttamba Ketubhir Vichitra Malambara Ratna Tarorahi Babuhu Pratidware Upakalpita Mangalair Apurna Kamba Guru Dupati Pakai Kumbhaguru Dupadi Pakai. Okay. We want to chant? Sarishni Atmamaryagadita Kriyetu Bhi Vichitramanayam Bharakere Bhavota Pratidvare Upakalpita Mangalair Apurna Kambhagarodi Patipakai. Text 57. Saktamarga Madha Chambuhir Aputa Prestita Bahu Bahujanam Jiger Dvihu Paramristha Rambha Purospita. Thus, we'll read the translation for the 56. The city of Rishni appeared most beautiful. There were tall festive columns and also archways decorated with flower garlands, cloth banners, and precious gems. Arrangements of the auspicious full water pots, ornaments, incense, and lamps graced every doorway. Text 57. The city streets were cleansed by the intoxicated elephant belonging to the beloved kings who were guests at the wedding, and these elephants further enhanced the beauty of the city by placing the trunks of the plantain and betel nut trees in all the doorways. Text 58. Those who belonged to the royal families of the Kuru, Sanjaya, Kaikeya, Vidarbha, Yadhu, and Kunti clans of joyfully met one another in the midst of the crowds of the people excitedly running here and there. Okay, see. So none of them has a purport. We'll just discuss few points from this. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Tam Tajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalitam Sri Vishakam Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastatya Desatayini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this context where Lord Sri Krishna kidnapped Rukmini Devi from the clutches of Rukmi, his brother. He was trying to get married with Shishupal, and there Rukmini Devi writes a letter to Krishna that how he should kidnap her. So while she was in the temple of goddess of fortune doing Durga Puja, at that time you can come and kidnap me. So that's a letter of that's the essence of the letter she wrote to Lord Krishna. And in the same way, Lord Krishna came there and he kidnapped. While on his way, he was counterattacked by his brother Rukmi. So he kind of insulted him by making him, half head shave. Head shave was not done fully, half. So that was a big insult for the Kshatriyas. So there he stayed, and he built his own kingdom for the residents, because he had taken a vow that I will not return to the kingdom unless until I kill Krishna and get back Rukmini to our own kingdom. That's a vow he has taken. So in the meanwhile, Lord Krishna took Rukmini to the another city. So that incidents we see as Krishna's pastimes, and where we see each and everything connected with Krishna is Krishna consciousness. Though it may appear like a mundane story, but it is a transcendental. So that's why Lord Krishna says, Janma, Karma, and what is his birth and activity, it is all transcendental. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam is all transcendental topics of Lord Krishna. So though he may be doing any activity, it has got many meanings and many lessons to learn for us. So here we see today's purport. Text 56. The city of Vrishni appeared most beautiful. There were tall festive columns and also archways decorated with flowers, garlands, cloth banners, and precious gems, arrangements of auspicious, full of water pots and guru scented incense and lamps graced every doorway. So here in this particular verse, it is described that when the city of the people Vrishni, they came to know that Krishna is coming along with Rukmini, they decorated the city, and it is given here description how they decorated. Though the flower garlands, cloth banners, precious gems, arrangements of auspiciousness, and full of water pots, and a scented incense named Aguru, and also lamp graced every doorway. So this is a sign of the festival. So whenever we have a festival, we decorate, whether it is a temple or a home or any other occasion. It is a sign that something auspicious is going to happen. So that's why in a Vedic tradition, we should decorate a house or any occasion with the flowers, garlands, and nice kind of a scent. That is auspiciousness. That gives you the mood of the festival. It creates a mood. Why it creates a mood? Because for every action, first there needs to be planning. If you want to celebrate somebody's birthday, somebody's wedding anniversary, so there should be a planning going on first. Then, according to the plan, in the execution. So here also we see that the marriage is going to happen. When the marriage is going to happen, accordingly people decorate the houses and the doorways, because if somebody comes new to the city, they see by this decoration of the house or whether a palace or whether a temple, they could able to sense that the festival is going to happen. So that's the indication here we are given. And the Srila Sanatana Goswami gives some commentary. I just read it. The city was endowed with all wealthy, or was decorated with a festival, or had indescribable magnificence. At various places, colorful garlands banners were placed, or colorful arches had garlands. By these arch and garlands, the city is shown. So, something Supreme Personality of Godhead marriage is happening. So, how auspicious it should be, how decorative it should be. If you see mundane people, materialistic people, when they get married, they decorate themselves, they decorate the house. But here is a Supreme Personality of Godhead is getting married. So, naturally, when you engaged in the Krishna consciousness service, you feel that joy, because that's why these people, they are naturally, they incline to do seva service, because they are they feel that pleasure, they feel that happiness by doing these services. So when mundane people get married, they get married, people also, their friends, relatives, they engaged themselves voluntarily. Nobody calls them, oh, okay, I'm getting married, so, or I'm getting tomorrow my birthday, please come and decorate my home. No, they naturally come and they ask what to do. Oh, you're getting married. Oh, tomorrow is your birthday. How can we celebrate? Should we go there? This discussion is natural. It's not an artificial. Or if you're having a best friend, he's getting married, or if he is having birthday, you naturally go to him, greet him, offer some gift. If he wants some help, he can do it, because this is a natural thing. Imagine if you are doing for the Supreme Lord, how it would be. So that's an elaboration. That's why Acharyas gives an each and every aspect, each and every step, how they decorate. Detailed. Acharya goes detailed. What colors they used, how they decorated. And the text 57, the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives an explanation. The streets were sprinkled with the mada from the elephant of the best king. The doors were ornamented with a tall banana tree and the betel nut trees. Those in the Vedic tradition, we see that some trees are naturally gives a sign of auspiciousness, like mango leaves, mango tree, banana tree, betel nut tree, and the tulsi plant. That's of course it's all auspicious. And these trees, when you see that, it gives a sign of mode of goodness. The mode of goodness, we can celebrate the festival. And in the Jiva Goswami gives a commentary. Made more beautiful, the streets were soaked with the mada from the elephants, because the mada dropped here and there from the roaming elephants. The streets became more beautiful with the betel nut and banana trees raised by the men. Or the streets were soaked by the elephants' mada, and the streets were made beautiful with the betel and banana trunks touched by the elephants. Though the elephants were intoxicated, they were controllable. Thus, trees were beautiful and tall, with the arches and shining their bases. Srila Sanatana Goswami gives a commentary. The city was made beautiful with the plantain and betel nut trees placed everywhere, having the fruits grabbed by the elephants for eating, and the elephants could eat them. Thus, the banana trees were huge and strong, and indicates that auspiciousness. The streets were sprinkled with mada and from the elephants, or which scented water. And the elephants could sprinkle the streets and each of the fruit. So here basically Srila Sanatana Goswami or Jiva Goswami describes the city of the streets of the city, and the elephants were there. Why elephants is constantly mentioned here is in the Vedic tradition. For example, if you have one elephant, you consider to be a very rich person. To maintain an elephant, it is not an easy. It eats some tons of food every day. You know, to have an elephant in our courtyard or in our in our house, it's considered to be a very auspiciousness. Just by seeing an elephant, you feel that auspiciousness from inside, within inside. When you see, we only see nowadays elephants only in the zoo, not in the streets. Now, when you see, have you seen elephant on the street? No, no. But in the Vedic tradition, why is elephant is so auspicious? Because it is the sign of a mode of goodness, one, and it is always the it is always near the goddess of Lakshmi. Goddess of Lakshmi, fortune, always decorated with elephant. Elephant is considered to be a very brand animal, very auspicious animal. Nowadays, we see if a person having a 2-3 cars, maybe Rolls Royce, one of the most expensive cars nowadays. If you see a Rolls Royce parked in his garage, or if out of in front of his home, you see that, oh, this person must be a very rich. To maintain the Rolls Royce car, it takes per month it has X number of expenses, 40-50 lakhs to at least 30 lakhs per month you need to spend to maintain the Rolls Royce car per month. Whereas here, the same thing, elephant is also that much expensive. If you have one elephant in your home, parked in your garage, so elephant is such a beautiful animal, and also it is very very auspicious to have. So that's a little detail of the elephant. And here we see decoration of the city streets, sprinkled with a scented water. All auspiciousness indicates mode of goodness. That's why we clean every day. We take bath every day. We wear clean clothes every day. So that's why we should be in the mode of goodness. If you are in mode of goodness, then you can do something spiritual activity. If you are not in the mode of goodness, you cannot do. Of course, it is an exception. Sometimes we have exceptional, like if you get sick at that time, it is okay, but not every time. When you want to some activity which is in spiritual activity, first you should be come in the mode of goodness. Wear clean clothes, keep the room clean and neat. That's the thing. So here we see that auspiciousness in all over the place. And the text we will discuss on text 58. Jiva Goswami comments, the kings who were called are described. So under auspiciousness, all the kings were called from different cities. Associating with each other, they became joyful. The Kurus include Bhishma, Dhritarashtra, and the Pandavas, and the Sanjayas include Drupada, and the Kakatiyas includes the Santarbhas, and the people of Vidarbha came out of affection for the Rukmini. Krishna was accepted of the kings of Vidarbha because abducting the praise of Kshatriya, and they had previously approved Krishna as the groom. Because Balarama had the sages invited them and bring them, they did not feel uncomfortable. Bhishmaka also came, and also Krita and Kashnika. The Yadavas included Ugrasena. Some say that Nanda and other came from the Vraja, since they were also called Yadavas. It is said in Padma Purana. Nanda came along with the cowhead, and Yashoda also came with the women who were well decorated. After killing the Kamsa, Krishna had asked Nanda for permission to stay in Mathura with the following intention. We shall come to see you, our dear relatives who were suffer in separation from us, as soon as we have given some happiness to our well-wishing friends. Kunti means Kunti Bhoja in this group. People were running here and there for making arrangements for marriage. So this purport, commentary which is given by Srilaji Goswami, basically he is describing that who are all came and what all the activities they were doing. And he was basically giving the names of Yadu dynasty, Vrishni dynasty, Vidarbha dynasty, and also like he describing the Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai, they also came. So when auspicious activities going on, we invite everybody. We don't want we are not like monology like monistic. We only want to celebrate ourselves. Nobody should be there. For example, imagine your birthday celebrating by your own self. You don't feel happiness, you don't feel joy, or you don't feel like to celebrate. You call your friends, relatives. Here also we see that when they came to know Lord Krishna is getting married with Rukmini, they all joyfully came and they all joyfully participated in that auspicious occasion. They are all welcome other relatives because all auspiciousness created by only Supreme Lord. Any activity, whether he was killing somebody, or whether he's getting married, or whether he's having some kind of ceremonies in this place. So all auspiciousness is created. By seeing that, we feel joyful. So Krishna, when they came to know Krishna is getting married, and the Maharaj also came. It is said in Padma Purana, it seems, as we see in the commentary. So just by every day hearing this activity, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam. So by hearing this activity, our all kinds of troublesome in hearts will get destroyed. Benefit, that is one of the benefit. Just by hearing, you don't have to you know do some extra activity or extra kind of effort to remove these anarthas from the heart, just by hearing and discussing these pastimes. So um, we see that all the family members participated in which participated in this marriage ceremony and associating with each other. They feel very joyful and they became so jubilant and they were very happy. They were very joyful by seeing each other. Whenever the function happens, we will meet all kinds of different people. Nowadays, of course, we have WhatsApp, Facebook, Zoom, and everything. We see each other by through electronical device. But when we meet in person, that is a different experience. So here also, different dynasties, different kinds of kings. From one is Yadu dynasty, one is Vrishni dynasty, one is Vidarbha dynasty. They all meet, and their joy was increased by seeing one another. Nowadays, of course, there is no much joy because whenever you want to call somebody from the other part of the globe, you just pick up your phone and call, and you just discuss how are you, what are you doing, everything is okay. There is no much topic to discuss, correct? That, but what is happening is we, of course, we became intelligent. We may say that we became advanced in materialistic life. We can connect anybody, anytime. Of course, that facility is there. But what happened is that the love for each other or for affection for each other was going down day by day because it became so easy when in this excuse me, when things become easy, then the mind then we tend to become, carelessness, complacence. Oh, this person, okay, whenever we need, we can call them. So we don't give much importance to the um, relationships. We give only importance to the what they are doing. You know, is there is there some great activity or some extra, out of the box activity if they are doing, then only we need to connect with them. Otherwise, everything, going well. Oh, okay. Why we need to connect with them? What is their necessity? So by doing this, our relationship, our uh, intents to meet with other person has come down. There is no much to discuss with them. Everything is okay. Okay, then there is no topic to talk with them unless if you are having a birthdays or any wedding anniversary or ceremonies or marriage. We just greet them for talk to 2 minutes and we just wrap it up. So here, if you go in person, when we see in person, then it creates some kind of joy. Otherwise, it is like a normal. That's why electronics have increased, but we have minimized our distances, but increased our distances due from the heart to heart. You know, we have minimized our distances. You can call anybody from any time. It is short distance. Within second we can call. But what happened? We increase the distance from connecting to other person to heart. So here we see when they feel, joyful. Why they feel joyful? Because they are seeing after many years. That's why they feel joyful. They feel happy. So well. So today's verse is not much anything discussed. So we just wrap it up here. So if you have any comments or discussions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for this discussion of how when Krishna is getting married with Rukmini Devi, everything is so auspicious.
Yes.
But we read in previous verses that this is the way marriage of Rakshasas. They not the way the ceremonies happen, but the way the bride was taken with kidnap. So, if from materialistic point of view, if this is where demons get married, then how all these signs are auspicious and how they are being celebrated in mode of goodness with elephants and beetle trees and other things.
Yeah. The thing is that, of course, this is a Rakshasa kind of marriage, kidnapping the Rukmini in front of their relatives and brothers and others. And when in one other aspect, we see that this is approved in the Kshatriya Dharma. The Kshatriya, they can, they can kidnap. We see that also in the later part of this canto, 10th canto, Krishna's grandson, Samba, I guess, he also kidnaps the uh, Duryodhana's daughter and marriage. But of course, he was caught by the Duryodhana and he was kept. So this is one way it is approved, and at the same time, how it is creating an auspiciousness is one is that Krishna's activity, it is any kind of an activity which creates an auspiciousness because it is related to Krishna's pastimes. For example, if you see when Krishna was born, he was born in the Kamsa's prison house. Then he was taken to the Mother Yashoda and the Maharaj. There he was shifted. Then the first demon who he killed is Putana. So, in the Vedic culture, Vedic tradition, killing a woman is a sin, correct? But at the same time, he was killing the woman. First demon was a woman, first demon was a lady, and he was, uh, Lord Krishna closed his eyes. Acharyas give a various description. He closed his eyes because he don't want to see that. He closed his eyes because he was the first person who is killing the woman. So it is some kind of you know inauspicious, but at the same time we see that Acharyas explain it is the pastimes of the Lord are transcendental. Even if he is killing, what is he doing? He is liberating a living entity which is trapped in the demon's body, Putana. The same activity any other person does, it is a sin. Like you cannot say, "Oh, I am killing this animal. By killing, it will get liberated." You cannot say because you don't have a power to see the soul. Whereas Lord Krishna has a power. He's a supreme Lord. He can, you know, kill any person and liberate them. For example, I'll give an analogy. Yeah. Like if a person get a disease or any cancer in his body, so he goes to a doctor. What does doctor does? He cuts that area where it got cancer and he removes. And you see that the doctor is using a knife, scissors to cut the body. The same thing, if any person, ordinary person does that, it is a crime. Correct? Because if you are not a doctor, if you are not a doctor, how can you do this? How can you treat a person? That's not correct. And you will be sent to behind bars. You will be sent to jail. Because treating a person, if you don't have a doctor degree. So this is a mundane materialistic law. That's how it works. If a person is not a doctor, he cannot do any surgeon. And at the same time, you see that the person who is a doctor, he is using also knife. A person who is not a doctor, if he's a thief or if he's a criminal, he is also using a knife. The same knife is used by two different persons, but the result is different. Similarly, here Lord Krishna is kidnapping a bride, Rukmini, and a mundane person is kidnapping any other girl. That considered to be a crime, whereas this is considered to be all auspiciousness. Another example, when Krishna he was in Vrindavan, Vrajabhumi Vrindavan, he was stealing the butter from different places. And in one sense, if a normal person reads that purport, only exclusively that translation of purport, he considered why Krishna is stealing. It is a crime, correct? If you go and steal somebody's neighbor's house, some kind of, if you steal their money or their gold, any kind of thing, you will be caught by the police. Police will put you in jail. But same thing, if Krishna has done, because he is not hungry or he is not wanting something from there, but he is only need for that. Devotee gets pleasure by hearing that activity. Of course, this is realized in a due course of time. First time if you read that, you will not understand. That's why spiritual Krishna consciousness is, one is practical and another is theory. Then comes realization. So practical things like Savaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, like what is chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulative principles, eating only prasadam, associating with devotees. That is rules. And theory part, reading every day, discussion of Bhagavatam, and also hearing lecture. That is theory part. Then comes a realization. Okay, whatever the Krishna is doing activity, which is transcendental. So it will take some time to realize. And I can give you another example. When Krishna does an activity, he fulfills all, he fulfills all kind of auspiciousness around the place. Like where we see the Vrishnis, they automatically know that Krishna is coming, getting married. They've decorated the streets, the doorways. How? How? Because they are all inspired. They all felt joy. If a person is kidnapping somebody's daughter, getting here, immediately we are all, if you, for example, your friend is kidnapping somebody's daughter and getting married, what is your immediate feeling? You will feel so anxiety. Why you are done? What are you doing? Why are you bringing her here? We will be all caught up in the police. Correct? That kinds of anxiety, that kind of miserable will create the situation. But whereas Krishna's, it is not like that. That to realize Ata Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet indriya. So we cannot realize Krishna by our senses. Sevan mukhe jivhado. By rendering devotional service, chanting holy name. So then it will realize that Krishna's activities, is transcendental. So in this material world, we see that so many people are, doing the same, what you call, they are also imitating this activity. But what is their result? They are, unhappiness, miserable, anxiety, frustration. Why? Because that activity may be, you may be, you may be imitating the Supreme Lord, but at the same time, you are bound by the material laws. You are bound by the, laws of the state. You cannot do that. But Krishna is not like that. Whereas one person, came to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, we will, make a film on Rasa Leela dance. Then Srila Prabhupada told, no. First, you go first canto. First, you make the film of creation. How it is creation. How this creation is done. And also another example, everybody says that Krishna's Rasa Leela is very nice. We can also imitate. We cannot do that. Krishna, before doing Rasa Leela, he lifted the Govardhan hill with his tiny pinky finger for 7 days and 7 nights. Can you do that? No. We cannot lift this kartal for an hour, whether it is in half LB or something. We cannot lift this kartal for half LB, half an hour or 1 hour. How can you do that? So my point is that though Krishna's activity which gives you an auspiciousness, how? Because you can only realize in the due course of time, not immediately. And also another benefit by hearing Krishna's activity, getting married to Rukmini, you will get a benefit of donating goddess of fortune to Krishna by hearing this activity. Just by hearing, when you attend a mundane marriage, there's a term called Kanyadan. You must heard, right? So that benefit you will get by hearing this activity. Krishna is getting married to Rukmini. The Kanyadan is a very, very great dan, very, very great donation which is offered to the bridegroom. So here you will get the same benefit n number of times, because you are not giving an ordinary person, ordinary lady to Krishna. You are giving goddess of fortune uniting with Lord Krishna. Where in the Ramayana, Hanuman was why so much dear to Lord Ramchandra? Because he is the only person who sent by he's the only person who got the message from Sita to Lord Ramachandra, saying that Sita is alive, Sita is in Lanka, and Sita is waiting for you. So that the message he got, and he is the only person to reunite Lord Rama and Sita. That is the benefit. That's why he is so special. We will be also getting the same benefit by hearing just this pastime. That is the mood of the devotee. Whereas the mood of the demon is, disunite. Like Ravan. He wants to enjoy Sita separately from Lord Ramachandra. Lord Hanuman, sorry, Lord Ram was, and got angry. He went and killed Ravan, and they again got reunited. But whereas a mode of a devotee unite with, enjoy Lord Rama and Sita together, whereas a demon separately. In the materialistic people, they want to enjoy only separate. We want to enjoy the energy of the Lord separately from energetic. We want only donate what you call it, money. When you have money, you will enjoy sense gratification. But whereas a devotee, he will enjoy with the Krishna consciousness. Getting Krishna consciousness house. Krishna consciousness house means buying house for installing a deity. After installation deity, we do harinams. He engaged that money into the service of the Lord. But whereas materialistic people enjoys energy of Krishna by his own sense gratification, by his own purpose. Same thing. Same thing. This mic this is energy of Krishna. This earth, water, air, fire from ether. From the earth we got iron. So this energy we are using in the service of Krishna. That is become auspiciousness. The same thing, Rukmini is the energy of Krishna. You should use in his service. Whereas Rukmini is not using in his service, he wants to get married with Shishupal. That is the difference. So auspiciousness creates when they reunite of energy and energetic. When inauspiciousness creates when disunite of energy and energetic. Hare Krishna mantra, energy and energetic. When we only chant, we will not only chant Krishna Krishna Krishna, or we will not only chant Hare Hare Hare. We unite together and chant. That's why it getting that pleasure. Chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is so auspicious. Same thing, whether Krishna kidnaps or whether Krishna steals or whether Krishna kills somebody, it is creates an auspiciousness by hearing. At this stage we may not experience the same experience as the Vrishnis or the people of Yadu dynasty as they are experiencing. We may not be in that level, but we are gradually progress to that level. Because in a spiritual life, it will not happen just like that. We have Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we have to go through the process step by step. And you may be wondering, it may take a lifetime. But Krishna says, whether it takes a lifetime, whether it will take a number of lifetime, but devotion part Krishna protects. That's why Krishna says, Neha Vikramanashostai Pratyavayana Vidyate Salpam Apiyas Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. When you do little endeavor in the devotional service, that will carry forward to your next life. From next life, you will begin from 51 to 100. So, for example, this lifetime we may, we have practiced devotional service 50%. Next lifetime, it will carry forward to another. So, another 50, it will start. So, that's why when your energy and energetic are reunited, that's why we feel joy. Otherwise, there is no point of discussion. This is actually a mundane thing, but at the same time, there is we see in one sense, if it is mundane thing, a person who doesn't understand, a person who understands, has a nectar. That's the thing, that's why Srimad Bhagavatam is in all auspiciousness. You may discuss this verse for many months. It has that rasa, what you call, it has that potency. But whereas if you discuss any kind of activity, same activity done by somebody, you will not discuss regular basis. For example, so we are in 10th canto. There are 2 more, 10th canto, 11th canto, 12th canto, finished. What we are going to do? Are we going to stop Bhagavatam classes? No. We will start again first canto. In theoretically, we know what is there in each canto, right? In one sense. First canto is creation, second canto is incarnation, and third canto gives each and avatar's descriptions. Fourth canto we may theoretically know, but why we are discussing on regular basis every day? Because it has got that potency. The same, for example, Bhagavad Gita, you can discuss many months. You might have known Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Guru Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He's a Simha Guru and also spiritual master of our Srila Prabhupada. He discussed the first canto, first verse, first chapter, first verse, Janmadi Adhyasa, for I guess 1 month, same verse. Yeah. How? Because it has got that potency, it has got that nectar, it has got that rasa. So this, it may appear mundane, but it has so deep and also so auspiciousness. I hope this conveys the meaning. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, we'll close now. Thank you. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanande.